there is now I'm coming to the point. There is nowhere in the world that we can deny the facts and the truth, right? And the more you study, the more you read up all this information, the more you have to realize how everything is starting to line up. How these mound builders, whatever you call them, right, actually indicate more and more where the ancestors of the Polynesian came from. And here's something interesting that I found when I was reading this, right, about this webpage right here that it says, did the American Indians venture into the vast Pacific and find one or more of the widely scattered islands, or did the Polynesian voyagers miss the islands and end up in the west coast of South America? So straight here, they're trying to, because of this Rockajaw, they're trying to find where's the connection, how come? And another fun thing I found out by reading this is that we are less likely to be connected to West Africans because West Africans do not have that feature. And here's the amazing thing. I actually pinpointed the ancestors of the Polynesians, right, coming from around this region over here, around here. And then I found a video out of nowhere called The Ancient Giants of America, Mystery Blonde Hair, Blue-Eyed Giants of Catalina Islands. And this is what I found out. This is Catalina Island. So when I looked at the map, it wasn't right here, but not far away. So Catalina Islands is this island right there. This is the island that this person's talking about. And note, this person has no care about Polynesia or anything, just talking about, the history of the Americas. So this is
The Channel Islands have long been of interest to scientists, explorers, and archaeologists. They, and Catalina Island in particular, were home to ancient tribes of Native Americans known as the Tongva, who settled there some 8,000 years ago. In 1913, Dr. Forstenen, a German naturalist who was visiting Catalina, found what was apparently the skeleton of an 8-foot-tall male buried amongst artifacts and relics that were not consistent with those typically recovered from Native American burial grounds. They included a mysterious flat stone.
So you find straight away they were not the same race. In fact, the more I started to realize that this race, or whoever they, with origins that they were, they were of a different race. I'm starting to get to that point, right? Like they were foreign from the land.
That bore unknown symbols. Dr. Forstenen had been investigating a legend he had heard relating to Catalina's history, and the skeleton appeared to confirm it. A race of giants had once inhabited this land. However, due to being buried in hard black sand on Avalon Bay, which showed signs of being burnt at some point, it could not be confirmed. It's hard to say where the rumors of the Catalina giant originated, but there did exist a precedent regarding alleged unusual skeletons being found on the Channel Islands. This included the discovery of a 7-foot-tall skeleton with 6 fingers on each hand and
7 foot tall with 6 fingers on each hand. That's quite amazing because I did read somewhere within Tonga, I think there was in Tonga, how the royal kings, this is what I've heard, had 6 fingers. I'm gonna research that, but I think I heard it from a Tongan himself that said that the Tongan kings had 6 fingers. I'm not too sure, but I'm gonna look it up. But in saying that, we have to understand, even within Polynesia, like a lot of websites, look at this, even from Afrocentric point of view, points this out. Even though they want to claim that they are the original Native Americans, as though C4 hair is so common among Native Americans. So look at this
we can understand these images. Now,
right
the
here.
other
I do
section of
not
the
take any advice from self-hating Negroes. But it says right here in Florida, which is close to America, the giants is not literal portrait. It's a visual allegory from the Europeans, sometimes described in Florida. So right here, even during that time, that Europeans actually, with their own eyes, seen these giants. And even within Polynesia,
and
you'll find
inspire researchers and enthusiasts, blending myth with possible historical realities and preserving the rich cultural heritage of the Polynesian people.
and just go through the comment section, right?
History facts of the Polynesian giants. According to various legends across the Polynesian islands, there
All
once
over
existed a
Polynesia.
race of giants who stood over 10 feet tall. These giants were known for their incredible strength and were often credited with constructing large stone structures, such as the Moai statues on Easter Island.
So there you go. These were giant people. And even within, if you go through the comment section, they will tell you, if you read it, that it is part of Samoan oral history, right? And the good thing is that here you even find native Indians reporting the same thing, 7'8" tall. Okay, you find it Tonga, they say the same thing. They say the same thing here, the giant in Samoa called Vilea, whatever. So it's in Tonga, it's in Samoa, it's in South America. Okay, it's everywhere. So at this point, there's no way of denying that the big, large gene that you see within all the Polynesians is due to a very giant race, very different from the population of the people of that land, wherever they came from. They were a very advanced race, and they may be of Khoiskoid in origin. They probably were maybe Middle Eastern, maybe from Europe. We have no idea. But if we do look at the Rockajoy map, it actually shows that the connection of East Asia, Central Asia, Siberia, this is where the largest population is. So maybe there was a blending of many races within here, in this region right here. We have no idea. But I'm going to actually make more study whether there are giants within East Asia who are white skinned and who have casquoid sort of features. Because if so, then we can actually find the connection of why Native Americans saw these people and why Europeans even stated within their own writings about Polynesia of casquoid or European-like features among Polynesia. And I'll probably show you a certain book where I keep finding and reading it.